Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Talk About That, the channel where we break down the madness of our world. Today's question is simple. Should acquiring a passport be financially beyond the reach of an ordinary citizen? Well, if you live in Nigeria, apparently the answer is yes, because somehow in this country, a passport can cost you as much as 200,000 naira. And this is happening in a place where the government says the minimum wage is 70,000 naira. But in reality, millions of workers are still stuck earning 30,000 naira as minimum wage. So let's break this down because the absurdity of this situation needs a full autopsy. First of all, a passport is not a Gucci handbag. It is not an iPhone 16 Pro Max. It is not a luxury reserved for the rich kids of Banana Island. A passport is a basic document, proof that you are a citizen of your own country, proof that you have the right to travel, and in some cases, proof that you even exist in the eyes of your own government. Now, in normal countries, the cost of a passport is set to cover administrative processing. But in Nigeria, it seems the cost is set to test how badly you want to escape. Almost like the government is saying, if you are desperate to leave, okay, go and pay up. Otherwise, sit down and manage your suffering. That's not just unfair, that's wickedness disguised as policy. Let's compare with other countries. In the US, a standard passport costs around $130. That's about 2 days minimum wage earnings. In the UK, a passport costs around £88. Again, affordable relative to the income of the average worker. But in Nigeria, when the passport is priced at 200,000 naira, you are basically telling someone earning 30,000 naira per month that they need to work 7 months without eating, without paying rent, without paying school fees, just to get one passport. Abba. So in Nigeria, a passport is not a travel document anymore. It is now an elite membership card. Getting a passport now is saying, congratulations, you are wealthy enough to escape. Now let's talk about what this does to the nation. When ordinary people can't afford passports, they can't access international education, work opportunities, or business. They can't travel to conferences, training, or even family abroad. That means fewer remittances coming back home, fewer ideas coming in, and more poverty being recycled. So by making passports unaffordable, the government is not just punishing individuals, it is actively cutting Nigeria off from the world. It is almost like we are being locked inside a burning house and told, good luck. And here's the real kicker. The rich and the politically connected, they don't struggle. They get passports effortlessly, sometimes in 24 hours. Some even have multiple international passports. They're the ordinary Nigerian, the teacher, the nurse, the mechanic, the market woman. They have to choose between feeding their children and getting a passport. This is how inequality grows. The elites get access to global opportunities. The poor get stuck at home, staring at broken promises and inflation. Think about it. 200,000 naira for a passport in a country where millions earn 30,000 naira. That's like charging someone ₦1 million to buy a SIM card or asking people to pay rent for the privilege of breathing. It doesn't make sense. It's not just absurd, it is insulting. A passport should be a right, not a punishment. And when you turn it into a luxury, you are telling your citizens that their nationality is for sale. So let's ask again, should acquiring a passport be financially beyond the reach of an ordinary citizen? The answer is no, 1,000 times no. If the government of Nigeria wants to show that it cares about its people, it must ensure that passports are affordable and accessible to every citizen, not just the connected, should be affordable to everyone. Because until then, the absurdity of paying 200,000 naira for a passport in a 30,000 naira wage economy will remain one of the clearest symbols of how upside down this country has become. Well, thanks for watching. Let's talk about that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because the more we talk about these things, the harder it becomes for those in power to ignore us. See you in the next video.